Okay, we should be live, I think. We are live. Okay, cool. Look at me, we can set up a stream still. I know how to set up a stream. Right, choose a route. Birmingham Cross City Line. Let's get this volume down a little bit. Do a timetable mode. West Midlands 323. And see, all these services are dead long. Redditch to Trent Valley. Lichfield, Trent Valley to Redditch. We'll do this service. And we'll play as the driver. This is like a first look on the Birmingham route. I've never played it before, so get a little bit of practice in before the cross-country services come out over the week. Nice little platform. Right, let's get the train set up. Doors opening on the right. Let's get AWS on. Vigilante on. Should be good for safety systems. The lights are already set. Cool, so here we are at Trent Valley at Lichfield. Kind of interesting, like dual platform layout here, with one platform over the other. So I'm looking forward to just seeing what the initial timetable's like, because I know the River Games scenarios, River Games that comes out, or gameplay pack, I guess, with the Turbo Stars has really reworked the timetable on this line, so it'll be interesting to do a timetable mode now and then have a look at it when that comes out and compare the two, and it probably will play into the review that we're making. Of that. A couple more seconds and we can get going. The livery on the 323 is really nicely done as well. And this was the first 323 we got, and then we've obviously got it twice with the Manchester lines. So, I believe we a commuter services, so we should have a number of stops. Let's get the reverse into forward. Take off the brakes and get moving. So yeah, we've got a little over a mile before we're coming into the first station stop, so not very far to go at all. I think it's like this all the way through as well. Which is probably why all the scenarios, well not scenarios, all the timetable modes take so long. Oh shit, we're meant to be at 25. I didn't even see that 25 there. Helps if I also pay attention to speed limits. We probably won't even get anywhere near 60 because we've got to get down to 20 again, pretty much right away. down a slightly early, but actually thought we were closer to that 20 marker than we were. Here we go, here's the marker. We can just cruise round on this fine Sunday morning here to Lichfield City. I didn't even know this was a place, but we do now. They can jump out and admire the scenery as you come into the station. Again, if you're enjoying the stream, make sure you click the like button. And don't forget to comment and chat as well. I'd love to know how you're all doing this morning. Doors open directly on time. Been a long time since I've done any streaming. I think the last time I did a live stream was Christmas Day. I was slightly drunk on the Blackpool branches, if I remember correctly. You can watch the video on demand, I probably wouldn't recommend it. But it is there for video on demand if you want to go back and watch that. So a little bit of a bigger gap now to Shenstone, wherever that is. Just 3 miles, so we should be able to get some speed going. As soon as we get the authorization to go. Waiting for the back of the train to go through that 45. There we go, let's get the speed up. And pretty much by the time we get to 45, we're going to be going straight to 60, so really gallivant along the line. So we've got a tiny bit of a speed restriction here at 55, so turn off the alert. Just put a tiny bit of brake in, keep us under the 55, which is going to be coming up in a second. Nice little bit of countryside out here. And we're back into 60 now. This tiny restriction around the bend. Hop back into the cab. I was expecting this to be mainly suburban, so I'm surprised we've got... I'm sure it will get more built up, but, you know, quite a little bit of country open fields we were driving through. I'm not too familiar with the area. I have been to New Street before, but that's about it. So there's a bit more build up over there. That's probably where Shenstone is. We're making our way to Shenstone platform 2. She should be just probably around this corner, I'm assuming. Let's pop the brake on. We're about 300 yards away. 300 yards, like 700 yards around. I don't know what I'm talking about. I very rarely know what I'm talking about. We do have another 323 going the opposite direction. And I think we can just see the platform coming into view now. Bit of scenery popping then. It kind of took a minute to load. This looks like a nice station. Doors are locked, but frames are struggling a tiny bit there. But yeah, I do like the little building on the station. It looks pretty nice. Kind of reminds me of some of the stations on the line between Manchester and Liverpool via Widnes. They kind of have station buildings like that. If you have Trent Classic, you can go and play that line, which is fun. I've not really been on Trent Classic for a while, but it was a fun one. Next week, obviously by then we'll have the cross-country services and the West Midlands Turbo Star both released, so I'll be I'm going to hopefully start streaming most Sunday mornings, so that's probably going to be something we might look at next week, is doing a few services on there. They should be a lot quicker as well, as more express routes, as opposed to this, which we are looking for full run as an hour, which kind of leans itself really to a live stream rather than a video, just due to the length of the run. Of course, they will be on demand as well, so if you do miss a live stream, you will be able to catch up. Struggling a little bit with the hill here. Need to keep a little bit of power on, just to maintain speed. Struggling a little bit with the grade. We should make it to 50 just as we get to the sign if I've worked this out correctly. Which we are going to do. 50 is there, and our speed is just hit 50, which is what we want, so we can add a little bit more power back in. Just try and maintain 49. And then our station is just around this bend. Always try and break the platform threshold around 30. Seems to be the best way to make sure you don't overshoot. And number 323 heading the other way, and it looks like we've got a very quick hop over to the next station. Less than a mile apart. Too busy having a drink of tea there, I didn't even see the locked door message came up. So, 0.8 miles to Butler's Lane. It's been a nice little run so far. I'm looking forward to, as we get closer to Birmingham and going through New Street and seeing at least what New Street's like on the original timetable. I'm not sure how many stops we have to get there, but be interesting to see and just compare to the new timetable compared to this one, because I know there's a lot of stuff going on near New Street, and from watching the other live streams have done a lot of work around it, so it'll be very interesting to see, you know, what the difference is. And if anyone is from the Birmingham area, you can compare the new Rivet timetable to the when that comes out this week. See what it's like in real life, and you know, let me know if they've done a good job on it. I'm just gonna roll in at 30. As I said, it's probably the best way to do it speed-wise. It looks like it's a very small station, this Butler's Lane. Also looks like the weather's turning, because we do have the dynamic weather on. It's getting a bit foggy. So yeah, we got like a few bus shelters there, and I'm assuming that's probably the old ticket office building. Digital ticket machine. Not the most exciting station, but yeah, it's interesting to see it anyway. Four Oaks, so again, another mile, another very short distance between stations. Does the 170 have, I'm assuming that there's any new sounds as something blocking? I don't know if the turbo stars do. I assume they've been redone. I know all the interiors and stuff have been redone, so it would be a bit weird for them not to. I've redone the sounds, but yeah, I don't know. We'll find out. To be fair, I don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't really be able to compare it because I don't own the. Was it 5 Circle? It came in. I think it's 5 Circle. You have some signal work to do. We got to stop anyway at the next station. I wasn't even looking at the chat window. Didn't even see the yellow signal. But yeah, so I wouldn't really be able to compare the sounds to the original. It says on the forums. Okay. I don't even think I've ridden on a 170. Ridden on the 323 plenty of times, which we're driving today. And I do like the sounds they've got on this on the 323. That's what Northern normally run up here. Also, the Pendolino have been ridden on plenty of times. Taking Manchester to well, was it Liverpool then? Manchester to London. But yeah, and then 158s and. Every now and then we'll have a 158. Oh, we've got to wait till 41. I think a lot of the time that's what they seems to run up here. Normally it's 331s now. We're on a bit of a hill. Make sure we've got the brake on. Yeah, it's normally 331s. Every now and then we'll still get 323s for Northern, and then obviously you have your Avantis going through as well, and your 390s, and they're mainly the services that run on. And then occasionally we might get like a 158. I think they run the Buxton line, 158s or 150s. Oh, there's also the Norwich train, because I go down to Norwich a little bit as well, and then that's a East Midlands Railway. I think that is that might be a 158 actually, in class wise. But yeah, so I don't think I've been on a 170 to really give an opinion on how authentic the sounds are. We've got a long stop at this station. So long, the alert is going off on the train for me not moving the throttle. Still got a minute. We got here super early, it seems. Getting the alert for a second time. You know what, I've just realised I've been sat here and it's actually stopped at... It wasn't wait for passengers, I was just sat here for no reason. I'm a complete idiot. Well, we're definitely running late now, considering we're just sat at a station for 2 minutes for no particular reason. Oh, that's embarrassing. Oh well. It happens, let's deal with it. We can maybe make up the time. For some reason I thought that was something Coalfield. Too busy trying to pay attention to the stream chat and drive at the same time. It's fine. Need to be slightly aggressive. Let's call that technical difficulties, alright? It was technical difficulties. If this was a video, I could be very clever and edit that out, but no hiding the mistakes when you're live. I would say I could probably make up the time, but I don't think I can because the stations are so many. Or at least going by the speed limit, I'm not sure I could make up the 2 minutes we basically sat idle for, because I don't seem to be able to read instructions. Right, at least we shouldn't be stopped for very long, considering we're now quite a bit late. By 2 minutes. Actually, to be fair, we might get held at New Street, so we might be able to make the time up there. That'd be ideal, as we can be quite aggressive with the speed and make the time back up at New Street whenever we get there. We'll see if that happens. Barely see where the station is because of the fog we've got now on the dynamic level. Again, there should be another very quick stop, considering we're so far behind. Chester Road is the next station. Well, I was always going to do something stupid when I was live streaming, so that's what it was. Misreading the bloody instructions. Like, yeah, we're so far behind. Like, 2 minutes. Oh well. I'm from Manchester. We're used to riding Northern whenever we don't run on time. Trains up in here don't run on time. You get in a Northern boy down in Birmingham. I just need to make sure I don't overshoot one of the platforms, because I'm now having to drive quite aggressively because I messed up. And make sure we just don't run straight through a platform. That said, we're not really making any time up anyway. But hopefully we're not losing any time, so. I'm staying around the 2 minutes delayed. Feels like it does feel like we are in a more built up area though, so I'm assuming we're getting into the heart of Birmingham slowly but surely. I just don't know if we can make up the rest of the time. I'm a minute late. This platform's quite short. I wasn't expecting it to be so short and us to be stopping at the top end. We're not going to run through the station, but it was a bit of a shorter stopping distance than I thought I had there. Oh, Aston, I know where Aston is. We are getting close to the centre of Birmingham, or closer to the centre of Birmingham then. It also looks like we've got some speed restrictions coming up as we do over 40. Take the throttle off as we hit 50. I actually have to get down to 20, so going into the station here. And a little bit of a steep decline as well. Assuming the AWS warning is letting me know there's this 40 speed limit coming up. In fact, probably warning me of the 20 speed change. I'm assuming the 20 zone must start just around this corner. Oh yeah, there's another track there, so we must be going over a junction to join that line. Jump out the cab as we make our way to Aston. Stop us at the marker. So I think we have made up a little bit of time back. We're just on the 2-minute delay. We are straight through to Birmingham, so there's no other stops in between. Or if there is, we ain't stopping there. So hopefully a bit of a longer stretch we can again claw back some time from my stupid error earlier. Should be given the go-ahead in a moment to get to 70. We just passed the marker. Looks like there is another station. We're just not stopping at this one. I said this is the first time I've run this route and I completely do not know it. yeah, it's very much a first impressions. So if anyone has any local knowledge, please put it in chat. It'd be good. It would be nice to hear from someone who's local as to how they feel about the route, you know, and how it reflects real life. How does it compare? Yeah, getting a few frame stutters. I'm assuming again that's scenery loading in. I imagine this is probably the most dense area of scenery. Being the major landmark pretty much on the route. It'll be nice in a few days to see New Street filled with traffic. Because I know obviously they was going to have the new layers for the Pendolino and stuff, which when this route came out wasn't available, so I know from watching some of the live streams and stuff, people have talked about how New Street is very bare-boned, just because of the stock that was out when this was released. I think this was a TSW free route, I believe. So obviously they've had a lot of extra stock come into the game since then. So it'll be interesting to see a busy New Street station. And the sun's back out, the fog has lifted. There was a guy on Transport Fever, I want to say 2, who was doing... I remember watching a video series of him basically building Birmingham on Transport Fever. And so I remember him building this little network outside of New Street. I think it was Transport Fever 2, and not 1, but it was an interesting video series of him trying to build a realistic approach to basically this network of tracks. And then the tunnels coming into New Street and stuff. I think when I've been at New Street in the past, when I've been through it, and we're talking like a long time ago here, probably like 40, probably like 30 years ago, because the paint and train from Manchester used to run through New Street. I remember it being dead dark. We do have a red light at the end of the platform, so hopefully we'll be held here, and once we leave New Street we'll be back on time in terms of our schedule. And it pretty much will then make up for the earlier error. Having a 10 speed limit feels really slow for inside of a station. I mean, normally it's like, Piccadilly's like 15. Crawling to the end of the platform. So we just got the green light. We are pretty much back on time now because we were meant to leave at 11:03. So we would have been stopped here, so we have kind of made up for the past error. Again, it's very slow getting in and out of Birmingham, at least from that platform. I'm not sure if all the platforms have that speed restriction. Looks like we're taking this tunnel here on the left. This is kind of what I remember, the tunnels and it being dead dark. And there's a little bit of a network. So to me this feels pretty realistic in terms of its representation. But then that might just be me being not being local and not knowing any better, or having anything to really compare it to. We actually made it here on time, so we might have a little chance to have a little look around on the external view. Why is it called Five Ways? Yeah, you have the canal there. Interesting name for a place. Doors were locking. Next stop is University, so I'm assuming it says Birmingham University. One would make sense. Hey, all you here, as I said, if you are enjoying today's stream, make sure you do click the like button. Let me know you're enjoying it. Also, if you're not subscribed, do subscribe. I have lots of videos and hoping to do more live streams in the future as well. hopefully next week we'll be getting the be able to stream our new Turbo Stars, which should be coming out. I believe Tuesday is when the route comes out. Well, the new Turbo Stars come out in 2 new liveries, and there are differences between it. Should be more express services as well, as I think this service I've selected on the timetable is like nearly an hour and a half, and we are pretty much stopping at more or less every station, it seems. So, and there's a lot of stations on this route, it looks like, where the Turbo Stars, it should just be more express services. So yeah, we'll be looking forward to streaming them, and then we'll see what happens after that. Planning to do a lot more live streams in the future, so this is my return to live streaming. Looks like the university station's just round the corner here. We've got the canal. It's kind of nice though with the, I'm assuming, the canal next to us. Coming into the station as well, it looks quite modern. Building over there seems more modern development. Is there meant to be a bridge there? Because the canal, the water just kind of looks like it goes into a brick wall. Did they forget to put the bridge in? That's very weird. We'll stay on the outside view when we go, but when we leave here and see. Why is there just a brick wall? Also, the scenery looks weird on that side as well. I'm not sure if that's meant to be floating that side of the bridge. There is a gap. Is that like that in real life? It doesn't look like it should be like that. It seems like they forgot to put the bridge in for the canal. I'm gonna have once we're done with the live stream, I'm gonna have a look at that in real life and see whether that's just bad work by Dovetail, because that does not look like it should to me. I mean, I might be right, there might be a brick wall and just a sliver to let the water through underneath. That might be how it is. A continuous flow in there as well. This is Sally Oak, I believe. Sally Oak, however you pronounce it. But yeah, we've seen some errors with the scenery on this. Oh, my door's been unlocked. Don't register my button press. Maybe they just stand out more. Some of the errors, like floating catenaries, because the rebuilding of more recent routes have gotten so good. Mind you, they're obvious errors. They should have been fixed in QA them. Especially if they're right next to the track, like very easy to spot. It's nice that we do have a canal boat on the canal. They have an underpass at this station. Oh, where's the road down there? Okay, that makes sense. Like a road under the canal. So, just under a mile to Kings Norton. These very quick and fast stations. So we do have a bit of track switching going on as well. Luckily not that long. Just 30 here over the junction, it seems, and we've got Kings Norton right here as well. A donkey. This platform in the middle abandoned. It looks abandoned to me. Looks like a wooden donkey there. That's interesting. I'm assuming that's something Dovetail put there. I know they like their donkeys in their roots. Well, there might just be a donkey there in real life, who knows? So yeah, this section feels like there should be more traffic on it. Having the, well, technically 5 lines, because we've got the sidings there, but this feels like it should be a main line. We should be seeing more services. I think in some of the official Dovetail streams, they actually did have one of the Turbo Stars overtaking on this part, one of the 323s, going on the express line. So that feels right in terms of what I'd expect to see. So we have another abandoned platform here as well in the middle. Why are all these stations have abandoned platforms, people? What's the reason behind that? For some reason, I'm using the rail driver control, and for some reason it's not always opening my doors when I press the button. looks like we're going to be held at a signal when we get to Long Bridge, which is the next stop. You have a red just at the end of the platform. There's the warning for it. Or maybe it's the warning of the 45 speed limit coming up. Which looks like it starts in the middle of the platform. Maybe, is this the end of the line? I'm not sure where we're going to. I know we've got green, okay. I don't know how many stops we've got left, so... Let's just have a look for a minute. Schedule. So actually we are quite near the end. We've got Barnet Green, Alvechurch and Redditch, so looks like the stations get a bit further apart as well, because we're going to be held. But that's fine if we get held at signals. There's nothing wrong with that. Get the doors locked. Yeah, so we're going to be switching to one of the inside tracks now. There we go. Waiting for us to fully clear the junction. Now we can get all the way up to 90, so we're certainly on the main line. Really let the 323 go. This point I almost said grow then. I don't think we grow 323s. This part of the line feels the more busier section, I think. Like, we are getting a few signals and aspects to deal with. Now, we should have this AWS coming up in a moment. Like, I'm assuming we're joining another section of track, considering we got a 15 speed limit coming up in the junction. Looks like we're going to be held as well, waiting at that junction, so a little bit more engaging. I find having signals and stuff and aspects, it does make it more fun to play, as it adds to the challenge. We actually do have a green light. A little bit of a dirt path. Okay, so it looks like we're branching off left here. Here's the 15 coming up. We're already at 15. We've been crawling through this section, so we'll take the track to the left. So just 2 more stops to go. Nearly made it right the way across the city. Olive Church in just a couple of minutes time, and then Redditch, I believe, is our final stop of the day. A little bit of a hill as well, nearly 1.5%. As we pull out to starting to feel a bit more countryside-y, at least in this representation. Slow sweeping curve where we're speed restricted. Are we going... No, we're going to single line running as well. I wasn't expecting a single line section, but I thought Redditch was quite a big place. But maybe not. Right, we got the go ahead to get it up to 40, so let's put some power on. So this little bit of single track has caught me by surprise. Guess that's the joys of doing a first time run of a loop. A line is you don't really know fully what to expect. Quite severe downhill as well, like 1.5% grade. No, it feels like we're going uphill, not downhill. Still showing me a downhill on the thing, on the mini map, mini HUD, but it doesn't feel like we're going downhill to me. It feels like we're going up. What I do know is we do need to stop, so. This is Olive Church. It looks like we're back to double line running again, so I don't know why that one section was single track. So next station, 3 miles away, is Redditch, which is our final destination of the day. We're going to be able to go straight up to 70 as well, because by the time we get to 40, the back of the train should have cleared that signal, that speed limit. Again, if you've enjoyed today's stream, don't forget to click the like button, and also subscribe to me as well. For more content on this and other games. It'd be nice to have you along for the ride. And we can go to more exciting places like Redditch in the future. I'm sure Redditch is a really nice place, I'm sure. Oh, we're back on the single line again. This is the reason for the 50. I'm pretty much just going to stay at 46 because we are cleared up to 70, but there's no point going 70 considering we've got to get down to 30 in no time at all. I will start bringing the speed down for the 30 limit, which is just coming up. The 30 zone just starts here, just round this corner. And then we're pretty much at the station. So here we go, here's Redditch. Which is a, okay. I thought Redditch was a bigger place, but one platform station and one platform terminus. Stopped a little short of the buffer, but it's fine. Ooh. I commuted in like that when I jumped out the cab. Well, we'll let the passengers off and we'll see how we do. How we've done. Speak English. Okay, that's a platinum medal there. So I hope you've enjoyed today's little stream and having a first look on the Birmingham Cross City route. I did have a little play around just to test it, but yeah, it's pretty much my first full run on the route. And just getting a little feel for what it's like before we get them turbo styles coming out in a few days' time. Again, if you've enjoyed the stream today, do click the subscribe button, do stick around. I will be looking to do some more live streaming in the future, getting some more train sim. I'm hoping to make Sunday a streaming day, Sunday morning, and just jump on for a few hours and, you know, do some of the longer stuff that isn't suited well to a video. So West Coast Main Line, Preston to Carlisle, for example. That type of thing. But yeah, no, I hope you've all enjoyed today, and I'll see you next time. For now, though, goodbye.